Hey everyone, if you're living in the US and you're between 15 and 30, listen up. You're smart, you work hard, you dream big. But something feels off. You've got credit card bills, student loans, maybe car payments, or even a mortgage piling up. And here's the truth. It's not your fault. Your generation is being squeezed by a financial system built to keep you indebted. This isn't about irresponsible spending, it's about policies, marketing, and inflation that aren't on your side. Today, we'll dive into the real reasons Americans like you are stuck in debt and how to fight back. Section 1. The Credit Card Trap. Credit cards, they're convenient, flashy, and almost everywhere you look. But did you know Americans, especially Gen Z and millennials, now owe massive credit card debt? As of Q4 2024, total credit card debt reached $1.21 trillion, averaging $6,180 per person. For younger borrowers aged 18-29, the average balance is $3,148, up from $2,692 in 2022. Why do we fall for it? Card companies lure you in with rewards, flashy ads, and easy approvals. But if you miss a payment, they hit you with 17 to 24% APR, penalties, and rate increases. Most people end up paying interest instead of principal. Nearly 40% carry a balance monthly. The result? You're feeding the interest beast while your balance stays high. It's a system built to profit from your overspending. Section 2. Student loans, the weight that never leaves. Next, student loans. More than 43 million Americans hold federal student debt, totaling approximately $1.7 trillion. That's an average of $29,100 per graduate, with monthly payments often exceeding $400. For many young adults, this debt creates immense pressure. It doesn't just hurt your wallet, it damages your mental health. Studies show student debt leads to higher stress, shame, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts. 1 in 14 borrowers report such feelings. A stunning 54% of borrowers experience anxiety or depression due to student loans. And these debts don't affect everyone equally. Black and Hispanic students take on more loans, default more often, and repay slower. Black borrowers average over $53,000 in loans, compared to around $26,000 or $25,000 for white borrowers. Over time, Black borrowers are 95% more likely to default than white borrowers. This isn't just about debt, it's systemic inequality, worsening the racial wealth gap. Section 3. Auto loans and mortgage pressure. It's not just school or plastic. Debt affects everything: your ride, your home, even your smartphone. Auto loans for 18 to 29-year-olds reached $210 billion, and mortgages another $530 billion, surpassing student loans. Total U.S. auto loan debt surged over 50% in the past decade. Why? Rising car prices, used car markups, and aggressive lender underwriting push young buyers into long-term, high-interest deals. Same with mortgages. High home prices, low savings, and student loans force people into risky loans or remote areas. And missing one payment can kick off a cascade of penalties and damage your credit. Section 4. Why it's not your fault. The bigger picture. Let's be honest, this isn't your fault. Here's what's at play. Stagnant wages versus skyrocketing costs. Since 1964, real wages have barely moved, up just 11%, while costs of living have doubled. Pandemic distortions. Stimulus and loan forbearance masked debt growth. When payments resumed, credit scores dropped. 2.2 million Americans defaulted. Aggressive lending. Lenders threw credit at consumers post-2021, but many of these cards are now delinquent. Predatory products, payday loans with 390% APR, high-fee private student loans targeting minorities, designed to trap low-income youth in debt. Broken education system, kids graduate unprepared, financial literacy isn't taught, and schools don't help navigate loans. Section 5. The mental toll. Stress, anxiety, and health debt doesn't just drain your bank account, it hurts your mind and body. A Forbes advisor survey found 77% of American households are stressed by debt. Around 48% report sleep issues, 40% increased anxiety, 38% social withdrawal, and 34% depression. Studies show even $1,000 in student debt raises distress by 6%, and $1,000 in credit card debt by 4% among young adults. Carrying debt raises blood pressure, weakens your immune system, and is linked to heart disease. Money stress is more damaging than divorce or bereavement time. Calm. Clearly, financial health, chakra, mental health. Section 6. Systemic disparities. Race, gender, and wealth inequality. Debt isn't equally distributed. Black borrowers owe an average of $53,430 versus $26,460 for Hispanic and $28,000 for white borrowers. Nearly 43.3% of black women have student debt, twice white women's rate. Black borrowers default at 50%, Hispanics at 40% versus 29% for whites. On top of lack of family wealth, often no parental help leads to more loans and slower repayment, trapping whole communities in debt cycles. Section 7. The system is biased, not just a personal fail. We like to hear it's our fault, but marketing manipulation, push cards and loans through social media, overlaps, and aggressive ads. Policy gaps. No consumer protections for private student loans and weak regulation of predatory lenders. Education failure. Most schools don't teach budget, credit, taxes, or loans, employer structures, entry-level jobs with low pay, no raises, and no stability while debt grows. It's not you, it's the system. Section 8. How digital finance fuels overspending your phone, the real enabler. BNPL services, buy now, pay later, add tiny installments but big interest if missed. Digital platforms make it easy to spend beyond your means. Subscriptions, impulse buys, and emotional spending drive up debt. Apps offer instant credit. One tap, financed purchase, but interest and fees add up fast. Tech makes purchase easy, but repayment harder. Section 9. The cost of debt delays. Life debt isn't just numbers. It affects your life plans. Delaying marriage, kids. 76% of young lawyers delayed milestones due to loans. Skipping healthcare. 2 to 3 Gen Z and millennials skip doctor visits because of costs. Avoiding home ownership. High monthly payments and student debt block you from saving for a down payment. Mental strain. Social life suffers, opportunities shrink, stress becomes constant. Debt steals more than money, it steals experiences. Section 10. What you can do. Take back control. But here's the good news. Knowledge, power. Start here. Know your numbers. Track every debt. Use tools like Mint or Nerd Wallet. Build an emergency fund, even $500 cushions crises. Tackle high-interest debt first. Avalanche or snowball methods, choose one. Use income-driven repayment, IDR, for student loans. Plans based on earnings and forgiveness after 20 and 25 years. Call lenders. Negotiate lower rates or waive fees. Often they'll help. Free financial counseling. Nonprofits like NFCC offer free guidance. Educate yourself. Watch videos, listen to podcasts, take community college courses. Challenge the system. Vote for debt relief and financial education policy. Support K-12 curriculum reform. Section 11. A call to your generation. Remember, this isn't just about you. It's your friends, families, entire community. Changing the system needs action. Advocate for student loan forgiveness and interest caps. Demand schools teach money management. Call out predatory lending. Share this video. Help others understand the system. Section 12. Conclusion. You're not broken, you're targeted. So why are most Americans stuck in debt? Because the system is designed that way. It profits from the interest you pay, the policies that benefit lenders, and the mistakes they ensure you make. But you are not at fault. You're not irresponsible, lazy, or broken. You're smart and capable. but operating in a rigged game. Once you understand the rules, you can play and win. If this video helped you see the truth, make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment below what hit home for you. Share your story, ask questions, or start the conversation. We're building a generation that's financially informed and empowered. Together, we can change the narrative. Because the only way to beat the system is to know how it works and refuse to let it win.